Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us here again today at Bitcoin Exchange. This is Jay with a new ICO review coming up. This is a company called Credits. This is their website, credits.com. And for our listeners, this is a sponsored review, so keep that in mind. And as we always say, do your own research, do your own investigations, and invest at your own risks. But with that being said, we're going to get into this because this is a really nicely laid out website, very easy to navigate, and a lot of information. So let's get into it here. Their pre-ICO ends here in just a couple of days or so at the making of this video. It's December 12th, 2017. But their main ICO is going to begin on January 15th, and it will end on February 15th, unless they sell out a little sooner than that. So one of the things that we look at here is where's the company coming out of? This company's doing their business out of Singapore. They're launching their ICO out of Amsterdam, but the predominant team is coming out of Russia. And so you need to understand that. I want to get into this early so our people that are watching this video, if you are in China, United States, or Singapore, you are prohibited from getting into the ICO, but you can buy the coin, the token, once it hits the exchanges sometime late February, early March. Okay, so here we go. One of the things that this company is, it's a finance company. It's an independent blockchain cryptocurrency, and they'll get over here to their white paper, and they'll give you a snapshot of who they are and what they're doing. Credits platform is a decentralized financial system for the direct interaction between participants on a peer-to-peer principle. The platform expands the potential of using financial services on the basis of a distributed ledger, self-executing smart contracts, and credits cryptocurrency. And so what they're doing now, they're aimed at a problem that is happening right now in lag time in transactions with Bitcoin and others, the fees of the transactions, and the fact that Bitcoin has a scalability issue. And they know that. Even though it's the big bull in the shop and it's the greatest coin out there are scalability problems. And this is what all the forks are all about, trying to answer some of these things. But for instance, when I sold and actually sent $1,000 worth of Bitcoin over, it took almost 3 hours for it to get there. And it cost me $17 to send it. So there's scalability issues, especially when you realize that up to this point, about maybe 5% of the world know anything about cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, but that's quickly changing. It's rapidly changing, and I understand NASDAQ is going to be putting Bitcoin on their trading platform sometime mid-2018. Imagine what that's going to do, not only to the price of the coin, but for the awareness of cryptocurrencies in general and the scalability issues that we are already receiving with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others. So they're out to answer that question and provide a platform with a business-to-business or peer-to-peer platform with their own independent blockchain, with their own cryptocurrencies, the Credit CS token. And this is going to be scalable, number one, easily integrated into the future IoT platform, your Internet of Things platform. And so that kind of gives you an idea of what their vision is. Let's get into a little bit about the team, and then we'll jump into the ICO and give you that as well. Again, the team members here, click on this. There are 11 team members in leadership. They have a total of 25 employees, and on staff is over 10 developers. And each one of their main team that you have here on their website and on their white page, you can click on their LinkedIn, which is here, and takes you right to their bio. You can connect with them, ask them questions, find out more information. As you're doing your own research, you can click on these. One of the things I found interesting is this young lady here, bless her heart, Bruce Sadia. Her name is not Bruce Sadia. Her name is Sadia Bruce. And they got that kind of backwards there, but you can connect to her as well. And so it's a very open-faced team that you can, and I like to see that. I got to tell you, there's been a few that I've clicked on and they don't even exist. But this, anytime you see a media like LinkedIn that you can click and connect to them, any kind of social media platform that they're putting themselves out there, they're making themselves available for you to investigate. And so that's really cool. There's also 8 of the advisors that surround the team, and they have LinkedIn as well, so you can click on them and connect to them if you're interested in, depending on how far you want to take your research. Everything here is pretty much wide open for you. They have, and I like to see this, they have their address, They have their contacts for advertising, press releases, general issues, and a phone number, folks, so that you can get a hold of them and ask questions. As far as the scalability, let's jump over here, and this kind of gives you a quick, this is all on the website as well, but it kind of gives you a quick rundown here. This is pretty professionally laid out and very impressive from its appearances. It is an open blockchain DLT platform with internal cryptocurrency as self-executing smart contracts. And they are actually expecting the credits CS token to become an independent cryptocurrency, not unlike Ripple or Ethereum or Bitcoin or Litecoin. So they have that. They are able to do up to or more than 1 million transactions per second. That's huge, because Bitcoin is at 7 transactions, 7 to 10 per second. So the scalability issues have pretty much been reduced to nothing. They're averaging 1/100th of a second in their for the operation on the blockchain. And instead of it costing a high amount of fees, they're talking about beginning at 1/1000th of a penny. So that is very, very low. And of course, they're using advanced smart contracts rather. So you can go through here and look at this and do your reading and do your research, and it's just really, really nice. And one of the things that I look for as well is that when you look at their funds, and let's go back over here, when you get down beyond the team and the advisors, they will tell you about the ICO. Let's just jump over here and what they're going to do. The ICO right now is live, and let's just go ahead and get into the coin itself, and then give you that information as well. There's 1 billion coins that will be made available, but not all of them are going to be sold. I believe they're going to sell 80% or so. So there's going to be quite a lot of coins out there for sale. Whatever is not held back for the team and the developers and the founders will be, and it is not sold, will be burned. So that's going to help the value of the coin. And one of the things that I really like about this is that they're holding the coins for the team and for the founders for 1 year. So this is one of the things that I look at here. Your minimum payment is 1/10 or 1/100th of an Ethereum. Okay. This coin is roughly 10 to 11 cents a coin. 1 Ethereum equals 5,000 of the coins. And what I was going to say, as I was trying to find it over here, is the actual. Here's the conditions of it. Here it explains to you the escrow. 50% of the 10 million, if you would, maximum 10 million, will be not frozen or being able for the development promotion of the project. 30% will be frozen for the release of the alpha version. 20% will be frozen from the first release. And this is all in escrow. Okay, so they're not going to make the money, take the money, and run. And that's really important. Pre-ICO dates is November 2017 through the 15th of December. So this is coming to a close. But their main ICO crowd sale, which is what we're giving you the details on now, begins January 15th, 2018 and ends February 15th unless they sell out sooner. The soft cap is $15 million US. The hard cap is $20 million US. And then they kind of go explain to you here, 10% is frozen up till January 20th of 19. 10% is frozen till January 20th, 2020. That gives them future capital to work off of. At the end of the crowd sale, these tokens for the founders will be frozen for a year, and any unsold tokens, barring these percentages here, will be destroyed or burned. Here's some bonuses during the first week of the ICO sale. 5% for the first week, and it drops down 2.5%, and it drops down to 1.5%. Final fourth week of February, 0 bonuses. There's also bonuses if you spend a lot of Ethereum. Anything up to 50 Ethereum, you're not going to get any additional bonuses, but a 50 to 100 Ethereum, which is $30,000 or more, 3%, it just goes up from there. Pre-ICO bonus doesn't matter because that's already completely over with now. The roadmap, and this is how far back their trail leads us. I don't know how far back the actual footprints go, but it takes you back to January 2017 when they developed the MVP and then begin to develop the white paper. So nothing happens like this in a week. So I'm going to say there's probably some activity going on back in 2016, but we don't know that. So this is kind of the roadmap of where they are and where they're going. And in March or so of 2018, they're going to be February 15th ends it. So they're going to go right to the exchanges sometime the end of February, maybe first week of March. They're going to be rolling into the exchanges here. So that's relatively quick. Then it gives you the roadmap for 1 year, 2 year, and 3 years. So not a bad token, in my personal opinion. Not, it's a very well done professional system. They have a team that is well balanced and looks well balanced. Looks like they can execute their vision. They have a team of advisors that are surrounding them to keep them accountable and keep them on focus for what they're wanting to do. So all in all, in my personal opinion, I think this is a very nice coin opportunity, although I can't buy it because I live in the United States. However, when this goes to the market and you can jump into it right when it hits, there'll be a spike and then it'll drop, and then you can buy in relatively close to the price that they're being offered to now. And if you know anything about these ICOs, you'll understand what I'm saying, generally speaking, is true. That if you didn't go in at 15 cents or 20 cents a coin, you can certainly jump in there. And when people who've invested dump, you can get relatively low prices on this. Maybe not exactly the ICO price, but something very close to it. Or something at least comparable to the fact that if you hold on to it for several months, you'll do quite well. Should do quite well, I should say, in what you're doing. So that's what I'm saying with credits. If you're not able to buy it, if you're in China, you're in the United States, you're in Singapore, you can wait till it hits the markets. And it gives you more time, really, to do your history, to do your research, find out about it, and get involved, okay? So this is Credits. This is the website, credits.com. They do take Ethereum, and they do not send that Ethereum now from an exchange. Send it from a wallet because it's an ERC20 token, and they will send it right back to the ERC20 address from whence you sent your Ethereum. And the price, again, one Ethereum is 5,000 CS tokens. So right now, to today's date, it's roughly 10 to 11 cents per token. And that completes the ICO review of the Credits token. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Do your research, do your own investigation, invest at your own risk, as always. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that subscribe button, throw us out a comment, and we will see you in the future.